I've been making videos on YouTube now for about 2 months, and the last two I think were not too bad, but I think they were safe. And I think there's going to be a lot of traffic here. Sorry, that's one of the chances you take. The last two were okay, but I think they were a bit safe. They were very what I do, as in when I'm doing presentations, when I'm doing coaching or anything like that. They were in that office, they're in that home office. And it's warm and it's cosy, and on a day like this, that actually sounds quite attractive. But they were too safe. And whenever we get the chance of doing any kind of life change, whether it be career, midlife transitioning, or even as I've done early retirement, it opens up opportunities for us. And those opportunities, sometimes there's too many. We can't decide what to do, or we try to do them all. Sometimes we feel pressured either by ourselves, by society, whatever, to do a whole load of different things. And that's not possible. And that's where setting boundaries for ourselves kick in and can be really, really useful. The art of saying no, if you like. No to yourself as well as other people. And that's what I'm doing by being here. I've set that boundary. I've said no to myself, in that I've said no to that comfort zone. And it's allowing me more time. It's forcing me, if you like, to think a bit more creatively. How can I actually do these videos? I'm also looking at it from the situation of showing more of me. Up to now, I think I've been a bit too Matt the coach. I want to share more of my journey. The whole idea of this video was to share more of that journey. And so I'm saying no, again, I'm setting boundaries about the just doing the quite formal videos. Even though they were relatively relaxed, the subject matter, just looking at that subject matter, I think was a bit more formal. And so this, if you like, me rambling, generally about well-being, I think is how I'm wanting to go, but obviously tightening it up. I love learning and sharing things about well-being and coaching. I really do get a buzz from it, and that's where I'm wanting to head with this. And I can't really do that if I don't focus. And that's one of the things about saying no. That's one of the things about setting boundaries, especially at times like this, is it gives you more focus. You've made the decision, if you like, that this is the way you're going. It doesn't mean to say that you can't change your mind at some point, but it gives you that decision. So you're getting the focus. It also takes away a bit of the guilt of, well, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. I know that when I left work and when I retired, I had a feeling that my family, my wife especially, was thinking that, oh, he's now got time, he could be doing this, he could be doing all the things he's promised to do over the years, the decorating can done, even the making sure the bins are taken out in time, whatever, all these kind of things. I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but it was meaning that I couldn't, because I was trying to do everything, I couldn't move forward with what I wanted to do. And the coaching business, this channel, the other things I'm trying to do as far as business is concerned, they were getting missed. And so by setting that boundary, it meant that there's time to do those things. I'm not avoiding them, but equally, there is time for me to actually focus guilt-free on the business. Without a doubt, there is a struggle about saying no. We don't want to let people down. There's a guilt around that. We don't want to disappoint people. We don't want to disappoint ourselves. But sometimes we have to if we're wanting to do what we need to do. And it's not just luxury. It's not just, oh, I'm going to sit and watch YouTube all day. Now and again. But it's about us being able to get the things done that we need to do without burnout. If you have the chance to change things, but you're not able to, if you have the chance to take on some of the things that you've always wanted to do, but other things are using up that time, then that's not healthy for you. That's just going to cause you to feel a lot worse. With this chance at a midlife transition, whether it be early retirement or whatever, what it can do for us is it can give us opportunities. It allows us to change our priorities and even to a certain extent review our values and the way we want to go ahead. And we can do that in a healthy way where we can still be helping people, but we're the people ourselves is who has to be helped the most, and we shouldn't feel guilty about that. How can you help other people if you're not helping yourself and staying healthy, both mentally and physically? For me, possibly the biggest thing I've said no to recently has remaining at work in IT. It was a good enough job, it was something that I enjoyed, but there was too many things that were using up my energy. There was too many things that were unhealthy. And I had to do something about that, and I couldn't do it while I stayed there. So it's a massive say no. But effectively what I did is I said yes to so much more. And that is something, every so often I wonder, have I done the right thing? But personally, I think I did. I think I'm happier, I'm healthier. And that's because of me saying no to that, creating a boundary. And I suppose in itself, that was a massive comfort zone, and I was stepping out of that as well. So in a way, saying no, learning to set those boundaries for both yourself and other people is an incredibly empowering thing. And we can sometimes feel really awkward about doing it. There might be certain things that we feel fine saying no about, but there could be others that we really, as I went and said, because of guilt, not wanting to let people down, that feeling of disappointment for both you and the other person. But you can try it. You don't need to go full on. You don't need to go 100% straight away. You don't need to be like me and leave your job. You can do little things. Test the water. Just make little changes here and there. Say no to the small things. See how they are. And then reflect how that has actually worked out. Has anybody actually felt disappointed? What did the guilt actually feel like? So you're taking control. You're taking control and you're realising it and you're getting the evidence rather than just hoping that something will work out. You're taking control. So it's starting to get a bit cold here. The sun's coming out, but the temperature's not really going up. So just to wrap up, think of saying no, think of setting those boundaries as a positive thing for yourself. And maybe take something this week, a small test. So maybe over the next week, consider something that you currently do that's really not that necessary, and try saying no to it. Maybe stick it in the comments, one that you've decided to do, and maybe see how it's gone and let us know how it actually goes for you. Or if you've said no already to something, if you've set boundaries and stepped out the comfort zone, feel free to share that in the comments as well, but only as much as you actually feel comfortable sharing. Remember, it's still a public comments board, so only as much as you actually want to share. Now, about the van, just to finish off, what you see here is what's in the back of the van, because I've now got the stuff to start the work. And this lot is going to, and including the shelves behind me, this lot's going to a storage locker that we now have, because there is not enough room in our house to store all this while I do the work bit by bit. And that's one of my goals or projects over the next short while, hopefully short while. What I'll do is, for the videos going forward, is we'll do it from the van, we'll do it from the back here. My ambition has always been to get this van so that I can work from it as well as tour about and what have you. So you'll see changes. We'll continue to come back to the van as there's changes and do work there. But equally, if the weather is dreadful, I'll go back to the office and we'll mix and match and see how it goes. Anyway, thanks very much. Hopefully this hasn't been too much of a waffle, and I'll see you soon. Thanks very much. See you next week. Bye.